spin a wheel, and a bunch of games I've never played are spun on a wheel, and then we play them. If they last for an hour, they're good games. If they don't, they're bad. In green, we got Derelict Void. In orange, we have Ashes. And in blue, we have Wingspan. And in white, the Forbidden Flavor, Uriel's Chasm 2. Yes! I didn't have to cheat. It landed on it for real. That's always pleasant. Not having the cheat. All right. That takes place on space garbage. Like you're trying to survive on derelict voids. Well, on derelicts. Not the void is the space part. How much of a masochist am I? I mean, I can get pretty bad with video games. I once spent, and if you talk to Patrick, Abe Clancy about this, he will confirm. I once spent like 5 uninterrupted hours on one level of Super Meat Boy, just trying to get better at it. Ars Fatale is essentially a knockoff Elder Scrolls game that introduces some cool gameplay mechanics. I look forward to checking it out. Absolute number of trash games that are really fun. Hey, the Wheel stream is all about trash games. I love trash games. Anyway, status report, the beginning. We suspect that it was some sort of accident. A wormhole collapsed, tearing random objects all around us into some new place. We're now drifting around some unknown star. We're not the only ones here. There are distress signals and transmissions from the remnants of what was the local government. Within our own good ship, we have just finished patching together what we can and are picking ourselves up. We can count ourselves fortunate to have an engine. Supplies are low. Oh, continue reading a tutorial. Skip the first tutorial. Skip all tutorials. Now, chat. What button should I push? I'm gonna let chat choose this one, while I catch up on chat real fast. All created by the devs. Nice! They create all the music? That's impressive. Skip all tutorials is mighty out. Tutorials are for nerds! Alright, we could probably figure it out. Alright, I figured out how to rotate the camera. So we got a space engine, and we got, like, a sloop. And the sloop appears to be where we're building stuff. We have a population of 50, ship mass of 181.8 tons, resources... Resource name remaining. Uh-oh. Food is 60 hours, water 57 hours, oxygen 4 days. We can travel. He did it. He actually skipped all the tutorials. Yes, I did. Travel destinations. Unknown resources detected. Travel time's 9 hours. So I imagine part of what this game is about is like managing our resources here. Damaged tanks. A floating cluster of tanks torn off of an individual industrial platform. Oxygen's detected on it. 6 hours to get there. Water. Unknown resources. I mean, unknown's way more exciting. I'm gonna travel there. Oh my god. Guys, I have a bad feeling about skipping the tutorials. We may have made a bad call. We've made a bad decision. Okay. Let's really just calm down. Let's take it all in. Let's figure out what's happening. Engine design mass 250 tons, 12 hours, and 181.9 fuel. 278% efficiency. So we can choose how efficient we travel. We go fast, we burn more fuel. We go slow, we burn less fuel. The problem, I imagine, is the slower we go, the more we use other resources. Yes, you can see down below. So going fast has its benefits, and going slow has its benefits. We'll go with this one. Confirm and travel. Uh-oh. You can't confirm and travel. Carbon. Oh, sweet Jesus. We're fucked, man. We should not have... We should have not switched the tutorial off. Alright, we got a gas storage. We could turn that off. Residential complex. We could turn that off. I imagine that's probably bad for people. Sweet God. Average living conditions. Morale's fine. Resources can be converted into fuel. I want to go here. Travel time 9 hours. Fuel conversion. Alright, we have to choose how to spend our fuel here. Probably don't want to spend all of our carbon. If you go real fast, you better learn something about how the game works. There, it's only gonna take 5 hours to get there. We do need 436 fuel. Can't spend that. Oh, good lord. Okay, we have hydrogen we could use. Hydrogen's very efficient. Yeah, we can do this with just hydrogen. Alright, let's not go fast. Let's be smart here. We'll go with the one we had before. 9-hour trip. Just spend hydrogen to do it. Adjust down, overfueling, confirm and travel. Hopefully we'll find some hydrogen where we're going. Traveling to sensor contact. Now what else can we do down here? That's my menu. Quest log. Help. Oh, I know how to build stuff. I mean, can I go much faster? Yes. Yeah, we have limited resources, but I guess we could probably find hydrogen at some point. Potentially even build something to convert water into hydrogen. Assuming we can find water. Oh god, what have you done, Truex? Codex of Victory? The last element looking for tomorrow? Uh-oh. Well, thank you very much. I look forward to checking these out. Go faster. Was it paused the whole time? Drifting container. On approach, we see a standard cargo container adrift. Unfortunately, it is spinning dangerously fast. It will be a challenge to safely bring it under control. Okay. Take the time to safely secure the container. Will take 3 hours. Get it done quickly. Get it done quickly, guys. We managed to get the container under control, but there are grumblings about the dangerous working conditions. Hey, no one died. Don't complain. Container is secure. What did we get? We got 60 food. Not bad. 4 days. Whoa, 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 whoa. Normal speed. We're just burning through water here. Oxygen unknown. Water treatment parts detected. Distance 72 hours. Good lord. No amount of strategy will keep Chris alive. No, we're screwed. This is not the kind of game I do good at. I love these kind of games, but I acknowledge I am bad at them. Just down, confirm and travel. Communication reports of a transmission using government emergency system encoding. Patch it through. This is the former Gate Colonial Authority. If you're receiving this message, you are aware that some sort of spontaneous spatial translation event has occurred. We simultaneously announce the formation of a provisional system authority and a state of emergency. Please, do not panic. Please forward ship manifests and damage reports. We'll begin coordination of relief and rescue operations. Let them know we're alive out here. 3, 2, 1... We approach the hull. The hull's content should be a damaged water treatment. Dock hull to ship. Ooh, I'm gonna put this right on the front, because that's silly. Pause. Reposition, attach, enable auto explore. I'm just I think we're the crew. I need people to go in there. Warehouse. Explore building. 4 hours it'll take to do that. Oh no. Salvage parts. Demolish. Alright, explore. Exploring warehouse. Exploration team is reporting from the warehouse. Sailing by night on this final flight. It seems like a sequence of math problems. Yeah, not my strong suit. Just slap everyone. Morale will improve. Oh, the floggings will continue until morale improves. Exploration team is reporting from the warehouse. Put it through. There was food still present. 48 organics. Good. Yeah, but what about water? I have no water. Common civilian encoding. Oh, morale is... No one's happy. Patch it through. Attention, fellow event survivors. There's a concerned anonymous presence in Gate Station. Some of us here are concerned not enough information has been getting out. In short, the station's in bad state. The event caused major damage. Several station block modules are simply gone. It might be weeks before we get the station system stabilized. The provisional government has good intentions, but is currently over its head with what is happening on station alone. Anyone out there waiting for rescue, you're going to need to help yourself, or coordinate with other ships out there if you cannot. On the upside, there are several thousand of you out there who are able to phone home at least. Good luck. Math is one of my weaknesses, yes. We'll help out if we can. Residential complex. Oh, liquid storage, yes! Yes, come on, we have 1 hour worth of water left. I wonder what they found. 240 water, baby! We're okay. Almost zero water. Great! Alright, we're exploring rubble. Exploring water treatment. Oh. Water treatment. Now let's pause this bad boy. 2-3 parts. No, don't salvage, don't salvage. That's important. So we can treat water. It might be broken. Residential complex, housing capacity of 25. Liquid storage, 5 tons. And a warehouse. I mean, that's the same symbol as salvage. I wonder if it wants me to salvage it. Let's leave that on. I don't necessarily know if it's going to treat water or not, but I'm happy to have it. All right. What other destinations do we have? I feel like I want more water. That burns fast. I wonder if, because I'm choosing to travel via hydrogen, if we're actively using water to make hydrogen. Asteroid with an active beacon. Radio transmission. We're dispensing free survival equipment to everyone who needs it. Asteroid active beacon. Damaged tanks with oxygen. 34 hours of oxygen, 54 hours of food. I feel like I want survival equipment. Travel to destination. No, see, I could choose to spend water, which would be a fool's errand. I don't know how to know how much hydrogen I have at any given point in time. It seems like I could just always choose hydrogen. Confirm and travel. Communication report. A transmission using common civilian encoding. Put it through. Hello, survivors. I'm from the Astrophysics Survey Corps, embedded with the local peacekeepers. First of all, you all have probably looked out into space and realized we are now somewhere else. We've been running the visible star field against deep field star surveys. No match to be found, but we do know that we are not in the 10 billion light-year spherical column of space, centered unknown space. As to what happened, it appears that a wormhole burst, translating fragments of what was local space. With more measurements, we will determine the exact point of origin, but for now, we can tell it was somewhere within the vicinity of Titania. The gate itself has unfortunately collapsed. Only good news to share is that some, 1 in a million, quantum relay bits as the gate remained padded, and with luck, communication in known space could be re-established. Or, potentially, if we figure out what Q's game is, we can reason with Q and have him return us home by the end of the 45-minute-long episode. What in the world happened? Alright, we want water and oxygen real soon. Emergency supplier. Communication was greeted by this automated storage facility. We needed to send our team physically to investigate. They report they can press a big green button that says request supplies. There's also a door that reads authorized personnel only. I mean... Press the button, hack the door and enter as authorized personnel, sabotage the station's power supply and get everything. This button's ominous, let's not risk anything. This is, again, when we play the real Steam games, I have no idea what they are, basically. I usually have very bare minimum, like, genre notions, maybe a trailer. And for this one, I really just looked at screenshots and I was like, oh, it looks like a weird space city builder. Huh. It has a lot more, like, FTL-esque events than I was expecting. I mean, I'm going to sabotage the station's power supply and just take everything, if possible. We successfully disrupted the station's power supply, but as our crew were piling up the resources inside, the station suddenly depressurized and lost structural integrity, crumbling to rubble while the crew was still inside. We have to save them! 6 hours. Well, that was, not a good choice I made. That was indeed a bad choice. Oh, God. Crew. But we got 16 food and 120 water, so that's good. And now we're stuck waiting for post-collapse, which is 12 hours. So oxygen's now the big problem. Now we need oxygen. Common civilian encoding. Attention fellow survivors, update on the state of Great Station. Repairs continue on major systems, not enough heavy machinery to proceed with all repairs at once, so many minor systems have yet to see any repair. Resources are rumored to be tight, and strict rationing is currently in place. As you might expect, the credit exchange system is currently suspended. A handful of refugee ships recently arrived, stressing this supply station even further. We're on our own for now. Come on. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oxygen and water. Oxygen detected. Oh, we also need water, though. The hull seems battered and broken, might have something useful inside, but then there's a drifting junction, which could have any number of things. I'm going here. 7 hours. It's gonna be real tight, and if it doesn't have oxygen, we're gonna be in trouble. I'm sure I'll be fine. We'll have 3 hours worth of oxygen when we get there? What could possibly go wrong? Alright, begin approach of drifting hull. Prepare to board. Plop that bad boy there. Rumors of a thief. There are rumors circulating that a certain crew member has been privately stashing some of what they find while exploring. Confront them. The confronted crew member, Ren Sparklegem Timbers. What are they, a fucking Kender from Dragonlance? Quickly admitted to stashing valuable resources. We got 120 water out of them. Awesome. We'll spare them punishment as everything is returned. Oh, please investigate. Oh, also pause the game. The crew was... they died. They died. Defeat to life support. We went as far as we could. He's obviously going to be upset. Also dead. Everyone's dead. Alright, I might do the tutorial this time. Just to give it a peeksy-weeksy. I feel like I didn't know anything what was going on there. Move the camera with WASDA. Uh-huh, understood. Time controls, I figured that part out. Status report at the beginning. Resource shortage. Just population will need food, water, and oxygen will survive. Uh-huh, I figured that out too. We are faced with resource shortage. The left and right edges of the screen will flash orange. When we're faced with critical resources, they'll flash red. Building. There are 3 different types of buildings: factory, storage buildings, and amenity buildings. Factories will provide resources. We really wanted some of those. You hate survival type games when people get to threaten your survival and you don't have an opinion, you have like no opinion about it, right? It would have been interesting, like, you have a morale system. And when you have a morale system, I understand, you know, oh, you're managing it poorly, morale's low, that causes problems. But I really feel like morale should be used more for what Gomper's talking about here, which is, you run into a situation where someone's hoarding resources. People are going to die because of that, and you can choose, like, let them go, they don't have any things anymore, imprison them, or, like, airlock them, like, have a sliding scale of severity of punishment, going from, like, no punishment to, like, extreme murder, and have that affect morale. Like, some people will be more angry that they didn't have a punishment, others will be more angry if, like, you're killing people, because, you know, we're all in this together. It would be a lot more complicated to put together, but it'd be a lot more satisfying to play a game where your choices have weighty measures on the morale of the people involved. Right now, morale just seems like a slider that does nothing. But granted, we've only seen 20 minutes of this game so far. Factories, blah, 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 amenities. So yeah, we want to find things that generate resources. Oxygen not included, you want to mod out stress eating? You can always just not choose stress eaters. Alright, explore, salvage, on, off, boost productivity, relocate, demolish. None of those were usable at the time. We'll not have enough parts to be operational, so that was our water thing. You cannot build new buildings from scratch, you could salvage parts and transfer them to identical buildings that lack parts, so we should have taken that thing apart that had the symbol. Understood. Fuel requirements, Yes, we figured that out. Once you select your preferred engine settings, you'll have the opportunity to convert resources you have on hand for fuel. Using the sliders or pressing the buttons next to the sliders, automatically allocate the percentage of the corresponding resource into fuel. When enough resources are allocated for fuel use, the confirmed travel will happen. Doesn't explain why I have infinite hydrogen, though. Alright. You don't get to eat my entire food supply because you hate puddles. Puddles of pee-pee poo-poo water, just to be clear. Alright, we'll give this another go with the tutorial now under our belts. The tutorial was way shorter than I thought, and we pretty much figured out everything that was going on our own. So that's always nice. Makes me feel good. The tutorial probably would have been nice. I wasted a lot of time not understanding what was going on. Alright, so right now, food, water, oxygen. I feel like we want more of everything. But really, I want hull parts right now. So we're going to travel to electrolysis. Yeah, let's go there. So hydrogen. Selected amount. We have 120 hydrogen. So we do have a limit on hydrogen. I'm curious how we get more hydrogen. Confirm and travel. I'm going to do the skip to event button, which is nice. You approach the hull, dock to the ship. Oh, look at that. It's giving us a little tutorial. Hull actions. Attach hull, reposition. We figured all of that because it's all pretty explanatory. You have to explore it. Crew. Here we go. Crew are assigned to building and hull actions. You have 2 crew available to begin with. There's only 2 people on this boat? Thanks for the tutorial. I'm gonna slap you over here. Is no one exploring this right now? There we go. Exploring gas station. Oh, gas storage. I'm on oxygen. Team reports that a tank still seems to have a positive pressure. What do we find? 160 oxygen. Great. Hey. Explore. Alright. Just rubble. 2 thirsty, hungry mouth breathers. Relocating buildings, salvaging building parts. Oh, we can move things around. If we decide to relocate a building, you can do so by selecting the building you wish to relocate and clicking the relocate button. R will rotate it. Understood. Yeah, click the salvage button. Understood. What do you got in the warehouse? 160 carbon, 16 food. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna let them keep on exploring, but we got an electrolysis machine that is broken right now. So I'm gonna salvage the bits. Electrolysis. Salvage it. Okay, I'm not sure how to salvage. Pause. Gas storage. I just looked at the tutorial and I don't understand the salvaging. Take it apart. Salvage it. R. What about repositioning? Repositioning. And then I'll try to take it apart when it's on this. Oh, you think I don't have storage is the problem? I have warehouse. Alright, let's try and... Can't even reposition this warehouse. Residential complex. Training a new crew member. A group of volunteers have brought their attention that they're willing to train at performing crew activities. I accept. Wait, what do they want? 187 water. We have 18 hours worth. Oh god, we have 18 hours worth of water. We can't afford that price. Pause. We're gonna die already. I'm just not capable of this game, apparently. I take too long to think about everything. Such as, why can't I salvage you? R. Yarr. Oxygen not included in space. Hey, oxygen included is in space! Alright, I can't figure out how to take this apart. We're gonna die real soon. Unknown drifting object. I need just water. What gives me water? Nothing? Oh god. Emergency supplies is water. Emergency supplies, please. Next event. Oh, we have 7 hours worth of water. Load it up. 300 water. Oh, thank god. Now we need food. Still trying to see more than a series of math problems? That's kind of where I am right now, too. Like, it doesn't really seem like I get to do much outside of just a series of go-to location to find things so far. But there might be more to it. We'll give it a moment. Stress signal. What gives me food? Food. Let's get food. Because right now it's like go-to location, get stuff. And then you spent things to get there. A record's being spread around the ship. A recording's being spread around the ship. It shows that we're probably the last minutes on the ship as the oxygen supply ran out. That's disturbing. Hey, they're showing the last run. We should be able to dig up some working credentials. Let's try burning out the security systems. Will take 2 hours, requires crew. So military cache is normally nearly impossible to detect. This cache may have malfunctioned or disarmed as it was pulled into space. Small risk that the TAM protection for each container is armed. With the right credentials, the containers can easily be opened. Alternative approach is to jury-rig an EMP. Let's dig up the credentials. Got 40 food. And now the next thing we need is water. So you click on the button, you see water. Although, hydrogen sounds nice. I'm running low on convenient fuel. Jump to the next location. It was close by. The shuttle's docked. What should we do? We'll forcefully take what we need and send them on their way. We'll welcome them aboard. Having virtually no supplies, the shuttle survivors are grateful to be allowed on board. We got 16 population, 120 hydrogen. Why can't I take this apart? This is still bugging me. Like, I don't understand how salvage works. We might need, like, a salvage station, like a specific part that lets me do this. Let's go to a calorie synth part, so we can make food, but we need water, so we can't do that. We have to do this instead. Let's go there. Recently, some members of the crew have been sharing transmissions we've picked up from other ships. Sometimes the content of these messages are disturbing and shocking. Possible that messages like this could trigger a panic or general trauma. On the other hand, not all news is bad out here. Communication with other ships helps keep hope alive. If we ban communication, people will not like it, but prevent unpredictable effects from events outside of our control. People need to understand the situation we're in, good or bad. Container rapidly closes as our shuttles do a burn to intercept. Will they make it? Good that we topped off their fuel tanks. Lose 20 hydrogen. I'll lose 20 hydrogen. And we got 450 water. Great flying. Warehouse stores 1 parts and 1 for 1. Like, I do have a warehouse, 1 out of 1 parts. So I guess you're saying, like, because that's already full, we need an empty warehouse, huh? Gas storage, residential complex, liquid storage. Residential, warehouse. So I guess we need, like, an empty warehouse to take it apart. Organics, unknown resources, water, oxygen. We need food, so organics. So far, I'm disappointed. We approach the station and send in a ground crew. They report a machine converts organics to food using some advanced biochemical procedure. We can see the containers of both input and product. We lack the expertise to put it on board, but we could use it here. Convert away. Lose organics. Make food. And now I need more food again, but also oxygen. Converting organics to foods. This should solve the food problem. Alright, just oxygen now. Very well. Do it again. Emergency government system. Convert. Got 16 food, very well. I'll do it one more time. Hey, you know what? Another one. Machine grinds to a halt. And now let's find oxygen. CO2 scrub parts. So, like, I think the idea is if we had a CO2 scrubber, we would go here, get the part, repair our CO2 scrubber. What do we have? We have an electrolysis. Survival equipment, asteroid beacon, drifting shuttle. I'll go to the hull. It might have other stuff too. But it really just seems like this is a game of countdown timers. Yeah, you take salvage parts from other structures to repair by selecting salvage, or by having an empty warehouse, presumably to store a bit. Anyway, go straight to the next event. Which people are into, like the countdown and constantly on the timer thing. It's not really a game type that I'm super excited about. Like, Oxygen Unincluded's fun because it has the cascade effect, you know? Like, one thing you did wrong causes this problem, and that problem, and that problem, and that problem, and, like, you're constantly trying to fix it all. And you're shuffling all these things around. This is less that and more like, oh, this one's yellow. Click the button, look for the answer, go there, collect it. Now this one's yellow. It doesn't really have, like, the cascade effect, you know? Attached to the hull. Let's slap you on there. Auto Explorer's on. Go. Good news! Development that people have been following recently is in the progress of major foodstuffs manufacturing facility and the work of the people who found themselves stranded there. Hopefully we get our hands on more factories. You're thinking we could repair the electrolysis with the CO2 scrubber. I might go the other way around. CO2 scrubber with electrolysis parts, if that's an option. Although we're probably just gonna be dead soon, because we're running out of oxygen. Organic, super duper. Oh, oxygen? There we go, we're alive. Like, a CO2 scrubber would make oxygen for us. 16 hours. Giant cache of resources is probably drifting nearby. I mean, if it pans out, that's gonna be great for us, so I'll do it. Alright, let's pause while they're doing the cache. What do we got here? We have a CO2 scrubber. I have an electrolysis machine. I'm gonna click salvage on you. CO2 scrubber. So I want to salvage these parts, right? 2 out of 3 parts. This has 2 out of 3 parts. Fun fact, CO2 scrubbers don't make oxygen, they just literally capture CO2. What's the point? So far, I can't build. Salvage parts. Alright, well, the theory that we could take an electrolysis thing and take it apart and put it over here is not panning out. Do I have CO2? I don't. I do. I have 442 CO2s. Ah, we clean the CO2. Salvage doesn't do anything. I don't understand. Like, we read the tutorial for it. Salvaging, building salvaging. Charleston, get out of here. Alright, select buildings to salvage parts from. Select buildings to transfer parts to. If you desire to salvage building parts and transfer to an identical building, you could do so. Well, that's a bummer. We need an identical building to do it. So that's the problem. Building parts cannot be salvaged and transferred to a different type of building. If you salvage electrolysis plant parts, you can only transfer the parts to another electrolysis plant. So that's the disappointing part. It also sounds like we can't store the bits. It has to be a 1-to-1. buildings. So that's a bummer. So at this point, we're just going to die if this 16-hour adventure does not result in oxygen. So we're just gonna hit fast forward. We're gonna have 1 oxygen left when this is done. Concerned not as present. Gate station. Yeah, we heard that last time. Alright. Crew assigned to research the archives reported that they think they found an object matching the expected vector of the cache. Uh-oh. So we die. No, we cannot build. I'm probably just gonna call this one here because we're already dead. When I hit play, we're dead. I thought they were going to give us the cache and not the location of the cache. And heck, the cache is 12 hours away, so there's no way we could have made it. Like, I'm not saying this game is bad, necessarily. I feel like it really lacks things to do. I think that's the big difference. Like, a game like Oxygen Not Included, at any in particular second of that game, you could do something and you're actively playing the game. This one really feels like I don't have much to do. Yeah, it's not a bad game, there's just not very much to it. I wonder if this is like an early access one. A lot of these tend to be early access. Let me just take a quick peek at the Steam store page for it. If it's early access, that would... Planned release date is March 18th. So 10 days from now, this will pop out. Yeah, it's not released. So it's possible that there will be more to it when it finally does drop. You never know. But as of right now, I'm not necessarily wowed by it. Although there could be the element to it where, like, it's just how far can you go, you know? It's just a pure survival sim.